Nathan Beats.
What's up, guys? This your boy Mr. Episode 40. I'm back with another banger. If y'all don't know, I had just turned 37. My birthday was I say Earth Day, I just leave birthdays like that like I used to. But I had just turned 37, so to all the people on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, that wish me happy birthday and stuff, I appreciate that. I'm thankful just to make it through another year, you know what I'm saying? Another day, another year, especially another day, period, you know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, waking me up, it won't be no me, it won't be no page, y'all know how to go, it won't be no y'all. So, I'm just very thankful and humbling, you know what I'm saying? This year has been one of the most humbling years I had in a long time, mentally, but I'm okay with it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the Lord got to put me through to get my mind straight, I'm willing to take that, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm very thankful for that. It's just sure though I just continue. I got the inspiration to get y'all hot content, be more consistent a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. Just know that I'm really serious about this and get these subscribers up. You know what I'm saying? Just get y'all fat content. As long as the way keep on rolling, we do what we gotta do. We gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we on our way to 900 subscribers. Y'all already know the episode gonna be my main man, Kofa Mania. That's gonna be on the chain when I write it. You know what I'm saying? So I just got through writing this one. That we finna talk about now. Now in the 80s, these two always been compared to each other. Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. Who was the better man? And they even had matches against each other. But we'll get to all that. But if you're new to the page, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button when I download some content. You feel me? So, with that being said, let's get into it. And like I just said, this episode is called Flair versus Hulk. Who was the better man? Let's get to it. Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan was two of the best profile wrestlers that stood out. They was two of the very best in the wrestling, two of the very best in wrestling, especially in the 80s. They was always compared to each other, but both guys was different. They was great in their own way. Think about it. You got Ric Flair, who was flashy with the drip, the jewelry, the ice, the chains, the flash, the charisma in the program. And plus, you got to remember, the ladies love Rick. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, you got the Hulk Hogan, who represents the blue-collar working man, the steel mills, the warehouse, the regular American citizen. He represented the red, white, and blue. The kids loved him. He was all over. He was a mega star. He was in commercials, TV shows. He's the reason why WWE and other stuff got network deals, because he was the pioneer. He was the first one that stood out of everybody. Now, was Hulk Hogan the best wrestler? No. But did he have charisma? Yes. Did he have a persona? Yes. And I'm not defending the man. But folks get mad. You defend that racism. I don't condone what the man did. Let's get that straight. I don't condone what Terry Bollea did. But I'm not going to wish evil on that man's family. And I'm not going to wish evil on him. Okay? Cool. So, with that being said, both guys was main eventing pay-per-views with winning championships. Even some of them was in classic matches, classic feuds. Where you got Ric Flair, where he had matches that he won, but his wrestling speaks for itself. He had classic feuds against Ricky Steamboat, Lex Luger, Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race, Terry Funk, Greg Valentine, Bruiser Brody, who I just did the episode. Go check that out. How'd you check this video out? You know what I'm saying? Selling out everywhere. Puerto Rico, Ric Flair was everywhere. Puerto Rico, Atlanta, Memphis, down south. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, you got Hulk Hogan. Come on, man. This man had record title reigns during his nine-year run in the WWE during the 80s. Where you got Hogan feuds, where he defeated Roddy Piper, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Paul Orndorff, King Kong Bundy, Iron Sheik, who he won his first WWE championship from. And so what, and so what. But with all that greatness, they was bound to cross paths. And at one point, they did. Because if you remember, in 1991, when Ric Flair signed with the WWE, leaving WCW with their championship, where I think he made his debut appearance on, well, he made his debut on Primetime Wrestling, but he made his debut to the televised audience during the angle of Undertaker versus Hogan on Undertaker's funeral parlor, claiming to be the real world's champion, and that the hoster was the fake world champion. Cause you know, doing after this, that's when I think Undertaker, you know, attacked Hogan, took the little necklace off and stuff like that. Then of course the match happened. The Dead Man versus the Hulkster in Detroit. 8 Mile, Eminem. I want to try Mom's Spaghetti, but they ain't gonna do that. Hogan ended up losing the title. Hogan ended up losing the title thanks to Ric Flair. That's when Hogan messed Undertaker. That's when Hogan lied on Undertaker. That's when Hogan lied on Undertaker, talking about, oh, he broke my neck, brother, and he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, then of course, Hogan did end up winning the WWE Championship back. But it was in controversy fashion in Texas and Tuesday. Which, I don't understand, whatever. So, during that time, WWE President Jack Tunney had vacated the WWE Tag Team, he ended up vacating the WWE title and put it up for grabs in 1992, where 30 men competed in the Royal Rumble to become champion. And of course, we know who won, Ric Flair. Because that's when they started working on the Sid Vicious angle. When they said Hogan was player hating on Sid, that Sid was getting that shine. Because you gotta remember, Sid eliminated Hogan. Hogan was pissed. Then Hogan cost Sid the championship. And that's when Ric Flair, I think, lasted 1 hour and 4 minutes. Because I think I saw an interview Ric Flair said with Stone Cold, he had got drunk with Ted DiBiase. He was turned up. That's how much shape Ric Flair is. And that's how great he was. You know what I'm saying? He still, even though he was drunk, he still did his thing. So, of course, now this was supposed to set up the big dream match at WrestleMania 8. But for some reason, they chose to go with Randy Savage versus Ric Flair, which was a classic match. Blood everywhere. And we know Randy Savage had won the match. So, 3 years later, they had untelevised matches during. We'll get to all that. But 3 years later, the big match happened. After Hogan being Vince's prime star, Hogan had left home and went down south to WCW. I think this when Vince, because Vince was going through another direction with Shawn and Bret. And Vince felt like Hogan run was over. So he did Savage and made Savage an announcer. But he felt like Ric Flair run was over. So here we go. Hogan had sent him to Ted Turner's WCW. In the first match they had, was at Bash at the Beach. I think Shaq was the special enforcer. I think it was in Orlando, Florida. I know Shaq was the special enforcer, or he was Hogan manager or something like that, for the WCW Championship. And of course, the Hulkster won. Now, the guys had many matches since then. Some delivered, some didn't. But we gonna find out, cause I looked up some of these matches, and I got it off the Nine West site. You know what I'm saying? But they had some matches that didn't deliver, from bad to worse. All right, so match number 1. The first blood steel cage match, where Hogan won. And they said the match was brutal. I think it was the angle when Ric Flair was really pissed off at Hulk Hogan, when Hulk Hogan really whooped his son for real, and Ric Flair didn't like it. He wanted to beat Hogan ass. Okay. Then of course you had the Indian strap match. At that point, WCW was dead. Like, I don't even know what they were pushing these old dudes, and that was the main event of that pay-per-view. Man, WCW was trash. Like, it was overcooked, done. Vince then took off. Like, man, come on, man. It was just wash at that point. And then you look back at that match, they was kind of past their prime. And it's kind of like, y'all need to hang it up, bro. Let it go. Let's move on. But Hogan won that match, too. So there's 2-0 for Hogan. I don't know why ain't you like putting Rick over a lot. I ain't understand it. I never understood that, bro. I never did. Then, of course, their last encounter. This when Hulk Hogan was the undisputed champion. He had their last great championship run. And, of course, he won thanks to Stone Cold. This when Ric Flair was doing the angle with Stone Cold. And that was during the time Stone Cold was frustrated with directions and stuff, like with creatively direction at that point. And, Stone Cold pieced out that next month. All right, match number 4. This is a weird because, Ric Flair was supposed to be a heel, but, NWO was heel, and this was the Clash of Champions, you know what I'm saying? I think that match ended in a double, ended in the DQ. Then, of course, you got Super Brawl. Super Brawl, February 21st, 1999. Hogan had won thanks to, I think it was an incident or something like that, with David Flair costing his father the championship. So yeah, okay. I messed up on the first. Okay, cool. This goes okay. We ain't gonna make through that. But Flair did get one win in the 5th match, January 29th, 1996. Due to a lot of interference, he defeated Hulkster on Monday Nitro. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, their first encounter on TV was November 30th, 1991 on the MSG Network. So they were doing test runs on matches and stuff like that, but the management was not impressed with the matches. So they probably why the WrestleMania never happened, because management wasn't impressed with their matches at all. Then, of course, you had, from the critics said, their best match. This was during Hogan's first title run as WCW champion, October 23rd, 1994, Halloween Havoc, the Steel Cage match. I think this is when Ric Flair put his career on the line. Then, of course, the first match, which I never understand, which was a decent match, but it was like, damn, Hulk Hogan first day on the job, he became WCW champion just that quick. So it just show you how much creative control he had over the company. Cause goddamn, bro, Rick been here back in WCW for a minute, for a whole year, and you just took that main shine and he became champion. But do y'all agree that some of these matches were good, some of these matches didn't deliver? Y'all put them in the comments. Cause I seen some of them, I didn't see all of them. But the number 6, that explains everything. Because the manager wasn't impressed with the match. So it kind of show you that dream matches can kind of be ass. Because if the management wasn't feeling it and they feel like they weren't selling tickets and stuff like that and the fans weren't going to like it, well, I wouldn't make that a main event match either. Because, let's be real, Flair versus Savage was way better. And that's why I say Randy Savage was a way better wrestler than Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry. So that's why I feel like that match, because look at that match he had with Sid Justice at the main event of WrestleMania. It was trash. I'm sorry. That wasn't it. The Warrior couldn't save it. But these guys do got an impressive resume. They go neck and neck. And I just put their WCW and they WWE ones. I didn't put the NWE and all that. I'm talking what they did for the two mega companies. Here we go. You got Hulk Hogan, 6-time WCW champion. You got Hulk Hogan, 6-time WWE champion. 1-time tag team champion and 2-time Royal Rumble winner. But the Hulk did have a classic WrestleMania match against Ultimate Warrior. Gotta put that out there. Then of course you got the Nature Boy, the homebody. 8-time WCW champion. He did become 2-time WWE champion in the same year, where he won the Royal Rumble and he beat Randy Savage. He won the Intercontinental Championship in 2005, of course. He was a 3-time WWE Tag Champion and 1-time Royal Rumble in that classic role. And he had a classic match with Randy at WrestleMania. Of course, he had the 60-minute time limit match with Sting. They're just the matches I put on there, you know what I'm saying? So if I say who's the better wrestler overall, Ric Flair. But with that being said, y'all, hey, if y'all like some content, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got any suggested episodes I can do, y'all can put them in the comment. Y'all can put them on Instagram. Rational I240 at Instagram, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm continue to give y'all heat. And I'm out.
Nathan Beats.